Hey there, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Tarot for the Soul. This is a weekly energy update and activation to support our collective journeys in spiritual awakening, healing, and empowerment. My name is Carrie Konyha at holisticspsychic.com, and some of you know that I'm just returning back from a 7-week trip to Egypt. I had an unexpected disruption in my weekly uploads, basically just due to super slow upload speed in Egypt, but I'm back home now. I got home a few days ago back here in Sedona, Arizona. It feels amazing to be home, and I'm really excited to be reconnecting with all of you. This week, we're going to take a look at some of the astrological aspects that are influencing us collectively, in addition to me sharing the channeled insights that are coming through for all of us. And we're going to be looking into the Osho Zen Tarot today for some additional sacred wisdom teachings. So the first thing that I want to mention is that we're just coming out of a square between the sun and the north and south nodes of the moon, which has had the effect over the past few days of sort of bringing into our awareness that which feels like obstacles or blocks towards our growth and our ambitions. Now, this energy is going to be further emphasized by this Mars opposition to Neptune that we have going on September 2nd. And we're basically going to be feeling this energy over the course of the next few days. The Mars-Neptune opposition is sort of like a push-pull energy, as most oppositions are. Neptune is about our spiritual ideals, our dreams, our creativity, and things of that nature. And Mars is our drive. And so when they're opposed to each other, it can show up as like a lethargy of energy, a lack of motivation and drive, especially with the sun square, the nodes that we've just had. And considering that we just had the last quarter moon phase activated yesterday. So remember that the last quarter moon is a time of releasing, letting go, surrendering, sort of regrouping. And it's not the best time to initiate things into action. So many of us this week collectively are going to be feeling more than likely some form of angst. Like our mind is there, but our body's not. We know all the things that we want to do, but we feel a little bit stuck in being able to actually take action and moving forward. It's best to know that this energy is just sort of par for the course of what's going on astrologically. And I invite all of you to find your way through it by shifting your awareness back in the direction of self-care, self-nurturing. If there's one form of activity that we can do with the sun squaring the north node in Gemini, one beneficial way to leverage that energy would be through communication. So maybe journaling or taking notes about what your intentions, goals are, so that you feel like you're giving yourself some type of parameter of structure, so that when the energy starts opening up again, which will be in about another week when we have the new moon, you'll feel a little bit more prepared, like you can leap into action. I invite you to tune in and actually notice how you feel in your body this week. I certainly can feel sort of like a release in my nervous system happening. I think part of that is just the exhausting trip that I had going home. But here in Sedona, I can definitely feel like that first little tinge of fall kicking into the air. And that energy does bring us all just a little bit more inward. This week is a window of time where we can really harness the energy the best by taking the time for self-care, doing things that are soothing, nurturing, rejuvenating, restorative, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually speaking. The Osho Zen Tarot, as some of you know, is one of my favorite decks to refer to in the realm of things regarding spiritual awareness, personal growth. while I'm talking about the tarot here, I want to take a moment to remind all of you that there's still another week to sign up for my Art of Reading Tarot online course that I have going on starting next Thursday, September 9th. There's still time to sign up for that. It's an 8-week course. It's a master course for beginners, and it guides you through everything that you need to know to be able to start doing tarot card readings for yourself and others with complete confidence. The way that I teach the tarot is how it was taught to me more than 30 years ago. You can check out the details of that on my website. So with that, let me go ahead and take a look at what wants to come through for us. As I said, we're in the last quarter phase of the moon, and so we're working with looking into what's the energy that's being released, what's being integrated, and what's preparing to be birthed as we're moving into the new moon phase, which is going to be like the activation that's happening this week. And so let me just take a moment here to select the cards. And I'm doing that right now. Here's 1, 2, and 3. So interesting that the first card that's coming up in regard to what's being cleared, what's being released, is the card in the Osho Zen Tarot that's called the Mind. And looking at the card, you can see that it's a depiction of mental exhaustion. So this is like the mental aspect of a Tower card. This is almost like our minds working overtime, but more in the way of what I refer to as shadow thinking, things that are connected to worry, fear, uncertainty, that lead to anxiety, tension, things of that nature. We literally need to blow off mental steam, which is a part of what's depicted in this card at the crown of this person's head. And releasing all of the, what might feel like thinking overtime in effort to find a way through these energies that we've all been experiencing collectively, not only on the astrological level, but how that's all been manifesting in the 3D world. So another thing that I want to mention along those lines is, yeah, okay, we all still have all of this same global stuff that we've had going on for the past year and a half that's coming and going in waves and phases and adding to all of our confusion and uncertainty. So it's best to, stay informed as to what's going on, but this is a time where we all can cultivate strength, confidence, and certainty, and really listening to our own inner guidance, letting yourself be directed in your choices, your actions, based on what you are feeling personally guided to from your own spirit. That's going to assure that you're finding your flow forward and staying in your flow forward. It's only when we get tricked into lack and fear-based thinking that we step out of our flow state. One of the best things that we can do for ourselves this week with this restorative energetic opportunity that we have is think in terms of the idea of achieving homeostasis, meaning finding your flow state, finding that space of ease within yourself. It's important to allow ourselves to have time for personal restoration and rejuvenation, and this week is one of those weeks. If you let yourself tune in, you will feel that your body is pulling you in that direction, and it's best to allow it and sink into it and surrender to it rather than fighting it. This is the energy of fighting it, right? Which isn't going to get us anywhere. Again, doing practices that shift your focus away from fear-based thinking and shifting back into what's bringing a feeling of comfort, ease, restoration, rejuvenation, body and soul-wise is what the message is for this week. So again, what's being released is shadow thinking once again. Now, what's integrating, what's cultivating as we're coming into this last phase of this particular moon cycle is the card called Existence. And when you look at the imagery of the card, you can see there's a person sitting on a pedal, and she's just experiencing herself as being in a unified field of oneness with existence, oneness with creation. In fact, the card is assigned to the number 1. So what's being integrated energetically, or what we're being supported in integrating within ourselves, is this feeling of cohesion, coherence, homeostasis, flow state, oneness with all that is. A feeling of oneness within yourself. Again, it might just be as easy as exhale. Exhale, let go all of the energy that you've been experiencing recently. This past month has been a whirlwind of energy. I've been talking about it within my Instagram posts since I wasn't able to do the video uploads, so maybe some of you have been keeping up with that, but the energy is shifting now. It's one of, again, a restoring, integrative energy that will lead to a little bit of an energetic rebound, reset around the corner. This week is a great week for meditation practices. It's a great week for journaling about things that you're attempting to clear away in the realm of those shadow thinkings are a good idea. I like the idea of what I call empowerment journaling, which means step 1, processing all that's been leaving you feeling off center, journaling about that. And then journaling about, okay, and what do I have within my ability to do about these things that are bothering me? And maybe there is no action. Maybe it's just self-care, letting go, trusting the flow, whatever those things are. And then what you can do throughout this week is be a witness, be an observer to your reality, and record the signs that the universe is giving you, that you are being supported ultimately in experiencing whatever your highest goals and dreams are. This is not the week to push or force through obstacles or blocks. It's the week to be aware of them and to hold space for your personal rejuvenation, which will enable you to move forward with more resilience, strength, clarity, confidence, and certainty around the corner. The last card that's coming up is talking about what's being energized, what's being activated that will begin to take shape a little bit more as we're coming into the new moon next week, which I'll talk more about that next Monday. And it's the possibilities card. So this card shows an eagle flying high, having literally a bird's eye view. So this is a really good reminder for us to be in that space. We don't want to get so caught up in the here and now details of things that we're losing sight of what our bigger picture intention is in life, which might really just be more of an energy quality that you choose to live in. So for this week, maybe taking that bird's eye view in more of a meditative awareness in the direction of how can I optimize my personal space in ways that are going to bring me into deeper ease, comfortability, and productivity as we're coming into this next new moon. That might look like literally doing some organization projects around your house or your workspace, and that in and of itself may support that return to homeostasis. So this possibilities card again is saying that what's being energetically activated this week is a renewal of vision for yourself that's connected to that bigger picture for yourself, rather than feeling stuck in the details of everyday life experiences. We're going to talk a little bit more about the new moon energies next Monday when we have the new moon. And once again, I invite you to stop by my website at holisticpsychic.com. Take a peek at the Psychic Development MasterCourse for Beginners that I have going on starting on Monday the 8th, and the Art of Reading Tarot MasterCourse for Beginners starting on Thursday, September 9th. I'm still taking registrations for these classes up through next Monday. So if you've been considering these courses, now is the time to sign up. They are going to be taught in a live video streaming format via Zoom, and there is going to be on-demand playback options as well. Okay guys, super glad to be reconnected with all of you, and I'm going to see you again real soon in the next video. Much love, blessings, and namaste.